Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Faye.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you? We've got a couple of people joining us. We've got hi, Steph. Hi, Helen. Hi, Jill.
Brilliant. And I think you can see comments now, Deb, can't you? You've got your comments up.
Yes, because Touchwood. Well, it's formica type. I seem to be okay today.
Brilliant. And I think my internet might be playing up because my internet. I don't know if people can see whether this is all a clear picture or not.
Well, it makes a change not to be me, doesn't it?
We
Hello,
have got
Kate.
lots of
We've
people
got
joining us.
Karen. Hello, Jackie.
Hi, Jackie. Hi, everyone. Brilliant. Fantastic. So we've got a little bit of scrapping time together, and we can see a few people are joining us. So we're going to get going in just a moment. We wanted to just press pause for a minute before we start our live this evening. And it's been a bit of a tough week in the crafting world. Some of you who are watching may know the wonderful Cal Summers. And Debbie and I have really struggled this week because Cal sadly passed away earlier on this week, and she was just such an amazing inspiration to us. She supported our little crafting business. Debbie, you designed some very special Cutfiles for her.
I did, yes.
And the crafting world has lost a shining star. So we
she was so giving of her time, wasn't she? She was so generous with her time and her ideas, and it'll be a great loss.
It will. I mean, we remember Deb because Cal did some lives for us for our cyber crops, and she went live on our group. And then do you remember she even interviewed us? She persuaded us to do a little Q&A with her. And that was on Crafting Together with All Brands. So there's a Facebook group that Cal was really actively involved in, and she persuaded us to be interviewed, and she put us at ease. She just had a way of making people feel relaxed and putting people at ease. So we've really struggled this week, and she did a weekly live, and we do our weekly live every week, and she's just a real inspiration. So we are really struggling this week, and I can see Kate, you're still crying. We're fighting back the tears. So this live tonight is dedicated to Cal, and we send our love to Mark and to her family. So we're going to keep crafting because we know that's what Cal would want us to do. And we're going to craft on in her memory. And Debbie, you posted today to the Paper Scissors Story group the wonderful Cutfiles that you created, because Cal had such a sense of humour in the things she called our crafting tools. So you've put up a special free gift in her memory, haven't you?
Yes. Yeah, because she always used to call it a big boner, didn't she? And flaps, gussets, and just So I'll certainly be scrapping the photo that we've got from when she visited Twilight, and I hope other people do, because there's some lovely photos out there.
Oh my gosh, the photos that I've seen in the last couple of days have just been wonderful. We did get to meet Cal and Mark at the 12-hour crop in August 22. So so this hour and our crafting tonight is dedicated in memory to Cal. So we're struggling through, and I know her family will be in our hearts and in our minds in the next few weeks and months ahead. So great to have everybody with us. There's been a lot of love pouring out on her Facebook groups, and there's been some wonderful photos shared. So let's kick off, and we're going to hopefully do her proud as she's looking down on us, I'm sure. So, Deb, you've got something that you wanted to share that you've been working on today.
Well, one of our DT asked for some mini book cut files. So I've been designing these, and with what happened, I just thought, I think I need to make some mini books. So I've been working on these. I've I have made shaped ones, but then you have to put the rings in. So I thought, could I make one with a bit at the end so that you have the option of binding it with a bind it all or book rings, or making your own book. So I've made one with a spine, and I think Cal would be very proud of me, my folding and my
She
creasing.
would.
And
And so
I've done my
what's
best.
what spine have you? How is it? Sort of folded paper?
Yes, I've done. I did a Vicky Bootin class where you fold up the spine and you have a tiny one, then a bigger one, then a bigger one, then a bigger one. So each page has got its own little bit to stick on. So this is all ready for when Christmas Lights arrives.
I
Actually,
love it.
Princess Pearl now, and
The
so I thought it's all
new
ready.
family baby.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah. So that's what I've done today, and I'm
it's
going to do some
lovely.
shopping now.
Steph says, go you, Debbie. That's genius." Well,
I'm going to do the
Sarah
same with this
Kenza,
one when I got time.
it's lovely, and Sarah Kenza, who's on our design team, who was also on Cal's design team, gave you some
Yes,
ideas for mini books, didn't she? And this is
yes,
where
yeah.
these
She
kind of
said she wanted a cupcake,
yeah,
and it's her special birthday, so I thought, what better than a cupcake with the
I love
number
it.
on?
I love it. Fantastic.
So yeah,
Great. And we're
that's what
going to
I'm
be
doing
doing,
today.
you've been very busy, very productive. It's great. So we're going to be doing some layouts this evening. We're using, as you can see there, Debbie has her kit. So next month's
Yes.
subscription kit is with Simple Stories Vintage Spring Garden. This was a layout. Did I finish this at the weekend crop? Possibly. I think I was working on this last week. So this is the lovely embroidery hoop cut file that comes in the kit. You've got yours there, Deb.
I have. I've got a bit of vellum to put behind mine, and I'm going to
Yes,
try.
I
I've
put
made
vellum.
a stencil. I'm going to try some stencil stitching if I can find the right colour.
It
But
is
I've got something else to
lovely.
do first. Actually, I've
So
started a lot of things.
you've got lots on the go. Well, this one that you're showing there is the background. This is the one I finished from last week. This was at the weekend crop where it was the King's coronation. So you can see it's me and Deb with our lovely crowns on. Oh, hi Sarah. Sarah's with us as well. Good
Hello,
stuff.
Sarah.
That one was a bit stamping. This one was just my toilet roll stamping. I posted this week on the group. So that was the bit of loo roll stamping. I got that finished using some 49 and Market Rouge leftovers. Really old collection now, but I was stash busting. So
It's still lovely. There's nothing wrong with it.
still good. Still good.
And I've
And
been doing a bit of stenciling.
now this comes in the kit, doesn't it?
Yeah, you get the tulip stencil, and I've done it so that you can stencil the stalks and then add the flower heads after. So it's quite easy to do a nice little circle. And I've done, well, quite a busy one. But I thought, let's go for it.
I'm going to have a go at that a bit later. We're going to make a bit of a wreath. So you're going to talk.
Oh, actually, look at that.
Ooh, the embroidery hoop.
I might do it like that rather than the vellum. I like that.
I like that. It fits. It was like it was meant to be.
That was complete fluke.
It is
But a design opportunity. I've also got another one I've started. We both started one like this, didn't we?
Yes, I've got that one to work on tonight. I've got a couple of layouts to work on tonight. So let's see how productive we can be, because I think it is just needing to keep busy and
yes,
get crafting.
Just deciding which photos to use as well. Now, I think these are quite cute. This is gardening. If I can find some gardening suitable stuff.
So Deb, these are white embossed cardstock that I just had in my stash left over from something. So I am adding some Distress Oxides. I'm going to use these to map my photo. So I've got Speckled Egg because that goes quite nicely. And then I've got Faded Jeans. What is everybody else up to tonight? Is anybody crafting along? Sometimes I find it's just what you need to keep busy.
Put some little stitches on what, Steph?
Oh, little stitches on the florals or on the embroidery hoop? It's hard to know because we start chatting and then we miss the chat and then we're not so sure what it is. Oh, hi Ali and Sue. Checking
on the
in.
tulips in the hoop. I don't know if I've got the patience for that tonight, actually.
Maybe that's something you could add afterwards. I think I know what you mean. A little bit of stitching would tie in with the embroidery hoop if you put some, or even some, get your embroidery threads at a later date, because I've got a lot of stitching on a lovely scrapbook layout class that I did at the weekend, so I've got to sit and do that.
Yes.
And my eyes have been a bit tired.
Yes, well, I've got quite a lot of stitching. Yeah, needs doing. We've got quite a lot, haven't we?
Quite a nice effect now. That is like a cross-hatched, and I've put some Speckled Egg and then a bit of Faded Jeans around the edge.
Very nice.
Yeah, a little bit of crochet, Karen said. Do you know, we had like crochet stencils. That would give a lovely background. You know, like there's a Carabelle Studio crochet.
I think I've got that one. I'm pretty sure I've got that one.
Oh, no, that would, with this collection, a crochet stencil would be lovely.
A few crosses here and there.
You're thinking like, but I'm reckoning actual stitches, not drawn on. I'm thinking.
Well, I'm thinking if I had I could actually do some pink ones going so that defines the petals. I wouldn't go all the way round because that's just too much.
Yeah.
But 2 stitches on each petal could look really nice. But I think I need to decide what I'm doing with the rest first.
Because it would look a bit more like embroidery, wouldn't it? Which is going to tie in with the hoop.
But then I'm wondering what to do here because it's very plain and empty, isn't it?
Yes, you need a clusterage.
I'm not stitching all the way round. I mean here. Is it too white? I'm not doing a stitched clusterage because that'd be just silly.
Too much. Right, let me show you what I've got here. So I have this background, which I've done a couple like this before, which is just torn book paper, a bit of lace, and a bit of this lovely Dina Wakley washi tape. So this is creating a bit of a base, and I'm going to add some ink to this in a bit. This is going to be my photo mat because I've got my lovely little photo here. I am going to add, I've got my embroidery hoop, Deb, so I'm thinking I'm going to frame it with a little embroidery hoop. I've fussy cut a butterfly, so I'm going to tuck this in here.
What do you reckon about just layering some white punched? Look, if I did this one and had that and then a bigger one, I think that could give it quite a nice finish.
I think you could be right. That looks nice.
Let me try. I've got another one here. I've got a bigger one. Let's try that one first.
So I'm going to match the photo with all these little pieces.
Apologise for the noise that's coming.
What is it? A punch or a...
Yeah.
So this is what I'm thinking. Just to give a little idea of how this, I'm gonna ink the background, but I'm just placing all this here so that get an idea of how this might build up. Maybe a little button there. Got a little yellow butterfly possibly. And then I've got this one, which I love. These are words I cut out. Stop and smell the flowers. This one thing. Bit like that. That's going to be what I'm thinking. Oh, apologies.
Oh, that's a nasty cough.
Can you hear that, little person?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, dear.
Do you think that's enough, just that one? Oh, bless him.
Just watching
That sounds
closely.
creepy, that does. It does look a bit like Bordeaux Anglaise. That's what I was hoping. I think just this one, actually. I don't think you gain any more.
Oh, that's beautiful. Love that.
I think just this one.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a trimage, and then I'm going to have that on all four sides, three sides.
That's going to look, yeah, it will look like, yeah.
Yes. Or I could.
I love it.
I could do it all over the page and have it not behind the hoop.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Or just have it at the top or the bottom as like, it's almost like at the edge of a tablecloth. You know what I mean? Oh, Kate,
I'm going to try 4 edges first.
Yeah, see what it looks like. Play around with it. Kate, you sound so quick. Takes
Absolutely.
me ages to choose what I put on the page. I have to admit, for a live, I generally do some planning because I'm a faffer.
You plan, don't you?
I do plan.
You plan and I don't.
Because I faff, and also I like to delve into my stash and think, right, what might I use? What could I, like, I found this, which was just in the bottom of my stash, and I thought, oh, I could use that and make use of that. Right, but people can help me a little bit with this background because
I have every intention of planning.
Yeah, and then like, oh gosh, that little person has got a bad cough.
I always plan on planning, and then something else gets in the way, and
yeah,
right.
Life is a bit busy. But we did some planning at the weekend because we were on a retreat.
We did.
So we did actually get to do a bit of planning, which was nice because we were together for the weekend at a retreat. So we did.
It was fab.
I'm not going to go all blue, but I'm just adding a little bit of blue to some of these pieces. Because I think you could over ink it and it could look like a bit of a mess. I don't want to go too mad. This is actually, this bit is deli paper.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you know,
yeah, they use that a lot for jelly plate printing, don't they?
Yeah, and I think it was just in my scrap drawer, and I thought I'm going to make a bit of a mixed media background with that. And that bit wasn't the same.
Oh.
So. Steph says, more is more, all the page. I love it.
Like, is that Steph? Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I do think it'd look quite nice, the whole page, because it looked like a piece of lace, wouldn't it?
Yeah, go for those. Those border punches are so effective. I've got to admit, some of my border punches I've had for years, and just got to keep digging them out. That's all right. It's all right to be a bit loud. Just got to embrace it.
Because I'm thinking if it came all down the page, but it got trimmed off around the hoop, and it just carried on by the sides.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't put it quite to the edge, and I might ink the edges pale blue.
I think it sounds like a great idea. Right, I am just going to add a few drips and splats. It looks a bit clean. So Steph said she bought some neon and tie-dye. so is that you're doing a bit of cross-stitching neon stuff? Oh, no, that sounds good. You'll have to show us. I'm just finding a little palette sheet. My trusty palette sheets. Deb, I'm running low on these, but we can't seem to find any in the shop at the moment. You sometimes, you know, these wonderful disposable palettes.
I tend to use laminated sheets and then I wipe them off.
Right,
but I
you're
more
more.
I couldn't chuck in school. I just thought it was just shameful. So
I didn't think you were a cross stitcher, Steph. So just a bit of neon stitching on layouts, which I love. We will have to show you the stitching that we're working on from a wonderful class we did at the weekend with Karen Moss. It is fab.
Oh, made a pig's ear with that.
Let's just say we've got a bit of stitching to do, haven't we?
Just a bit.
But it's the kind of thing we'll do in front of the TV. Lots of holes. Saying, Steph, you do your punching with the stitch files where you hand punch.
Sorry?
We said at the weekend that Steph does the hand punching, and we were realising how much work it was because we were doing things that the weekend. We were having a go ourselves, weren't we?
Had I known how thick the card was going to be, I'd have taken a thimble or something.
Yeah,
it was hurting hands, wouldn't it, after a bit?
It did hurt our hands, but I'm telling you, it's going to be so.
It was worth it.
It is.
Julie finished a chevron one when we were there. It looked beautiful.
Oh wow!
Gosh, this creates so much mess.
Oh, your print
carpet is, and I'm sweeping off the worst of it. You should see the carpet; it's terrible.
Oh, it's all over. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's paper dandruff. Just like when I do Cutfiles.
Yeah.
That looks like card Armageddon. It's everywhere. You still find it everywhere. Going up the stairs. It just gets everywhere. But it shows I've been busy.
Productive.
Yeah.
Right. I am totally experimenting here. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. As you can see, I'm making quite a mess, but you know, it's all an experiment. We might like it, we might not. Yeah, so we did a class where Karen, who was teaching the class, gave us the printed template, if you like, and then you just laid it on your page and you had to hand punch. And
that must be similar to how Steph does it.
Yeah, we did it with a pokey tool, which gave you real hand ache.
Yeah. But I have to say it was exceptionally thick card.
Yeah.
I think it was thicker than 300 GSM.
Yeah, I think it's 330.
I think it was 350.
I think
it was definitely thicker than 300, wasn't it? It was really thick.
I'm sure because she sells it in the shop and it's 330 or something like that. It's really like good quality, so it can hold all your mixed media. But of course, if you're using a pokey tool, it just takes
too thick for stitching.
It takes a bit of muscle. Right, this could be an absolute carnage, but you know.
Right, so I could do it like this on 4 sides or on the whole page.
Well, I mean, it's going to look beautiful, whatever you
looks like.
Yeah, Steph, this is what I was using. I've got a 12 by 12 mat. You can see it's got lots of holes in it. So that was underneath, and then a really good
one side for stamping, one's for holes.
Yeah, and it just takes a bit of muscle, but it was more, you know, like the gripping of the tool and just poking it like that. but it will be worth it when it's done.
What do we think? Whole page or strips around the edge?
Beautiful. Whole page is beautiful if you cut that circle middle bit out, so you keep your, yeah, it will look beautiful, Deb.
Yeah, I'm going to do that then. But I'll have to do some trimmage.
Trimmerage?
Trimmerage. There'll be some trimmerage needed.
Need to finish my little wood effect. This is this very beautiful wood effect kind of stamp.
Right, where is my glue? There it is.
Little wood effect. In a bit of the brown. This is walnut stain. It's a slightly darker brown than I started it with, so I'm going to have 2 tones there. I should have put a messy map down, a stamp on me. Dear, dear, dear. Oh, hi, Nicola.
Hello, Nicola.
Yes, Steph says, welcome to my world of no cutting machine. So you got strong hands, Steph. You've got to have strong hands for that.
Must have.
Yeah. We were like, oh, we're going to get repetitive strain injury here trying to do that.
Right, pencil. Oh, bless him, he's coughing.
Yeah. That's not good, is it?
No. That sounds like a right nasty cough. That's a proper bark, isn't it? Lovely.
Proper bark.
Oh my goodness, everything I need in here.
All is well, all is well. There's a little monitor here, you see, so I just keep a close eye. Right, clear it off, and then gather twigs. Here. I'll clean this off so I can use this as my messy mat. What I should have is my proper mixed media board. Right, that's that. So has anybody got any other crafting plans they're up to at the weekend? We had our weekend retreat last weekend, which was just so lovely because it was just pure crafting for us, wasn't it? We weren't doing twilight. Nice. It was just our bit of time, which is just wonderful.
We were supposed to have Langley Burrell, but it's been cancelled. But kind of well, I've got a lot to do.
You got a lot on, yeah.
Yeah, I've got a lot to do, so I thought
you can always fill the time, okay. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You can always fill the time. Oh, that's good, Steph. You got the Warrington Crop 6 a.m. bus.
Oh my goodness.
Is that how long it takes you to get there, Steph? I didn't think it was that far away. Or is it just the dreaded buses that take so long? Because I know the buses around here, wherever I try and go, it's at least an hour.
I can get into Bristol in an hour.
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half from here, unfortunately.
Is that?
That little bit further. Bath's much quicker. Right, let's get this back. over here. Let's lay on my... Definitely think my internet's a bit dodgy this evening. It's a bit slow. I don't know if
I
anybody's...
think it is, yeah.
Oh gosh, if it's not Debbie's
Makes
internet,
the
it's mine.
difference not to be me.
Yeah. Oh dear. It's very frustrating. Never mind. We will persevere.
Welcome to my world. I was close to ringing Virgin again.
Well, they tell you you've got one speed of internet. I don't always believe them.
No.
Oh, I see. You've got to get a bus and then a train, Steph. That's the trouble. You're sat waiting. Yes. But when you get there, it will be well worth it. I just find crops so chilled. It's just... I know when we run the Twilight crop, we're busy, but we just love it, don't we? There's just something about everybody being together. We chat a lot. The last crop, we were chatting so much.
I didn't get much. Well, I didn't get anything done.
But we were chatting a lot. That was okay.
Yeah.
We were catching up with people, weren't we?
I think it's just as important to catch up with people, isn't it?
Yeah. That's part of the joy of running crops, is people form those friendships, and some people we haven't seen for a long while, and then we just want to have a good old
Absolutely.
natter.
And then sometimes it's so busy we don't get a chance to chat at all, do we?
No. Put that way. Right, the other little bits.
We're going to need a lot of lace. I think this is going to be a bit of a labour of love.
What, layering them all up?
Yeah, I think it's going to take me quite a while.
Oh gosh, it sounds like you've had a busy one, Nicola, as well. You've been having wardrobe fitting. Oh my gosh, well, I've had a chap here the last 2 days. We've had all the internal doors replaced in our house, so there's been lots of planing and my craft room, this craft room is tiny, like I can touch each side of the wall just by stretching out like this. I'm sat on a chair and I can reach this side and I can reach this, so it's no bigger than my arms outstretched, but it's perfect for me. But of course, when someone wants to replace the door to it, it's like, oh, there's not much space to move in here. No. So I had to move a cupboard out and things so that he could do what he needed to do. But that was fine. Means to an end, isn't it?
It's just moving stuff, isn't it? Because you've got to put it somewhere else then, haven't you?
Exactly. And then it all just moved to another room. Yeah, oh, hi, Jocelyn. Jocelyn's with us on YouTube. Fabulous. Hope you're well. Hi, Jocelyn. Yeah, we're talking DIY and stuff being done in our homes.
DIY is very stressful.
It's just a bit chaotic, isn't it? And I was feeling your pain, Nicola, because we had our wardrobe sliding doors replaced, which meant widening the opening and knocking it all about a bit. And that was, I mean, just emptying the entire contents of the wardrobe was a challenge in itself. But it needed to be done because the doors would, the old doors wouldn't open. Yeah. So they needed to be done. Oh, Nicola. So Nicola's just said, Deb, that she's going to see the Gruffalo's Child at the theatre on Sunday.
Oh.
And last night, Debbie and I booked to take our little ones, my son and Debbie's grandson, to see Zog.
He's been shown the video today, and he's very excited, and he wanted to go now.
Now, yes.
Now, go now. Mum said,
yes.
No, it's not going to be for a while yet.
Yeah,
but he was very impressed.
It? Oh, yeah. He will love it. He will love it, and they're used to lots of little people, so it's kids get up.
He sits through quite a lot. I'm sure he'll be fine.
He will. It's only 40 minutes or so. It's perfect. He's going to love it.
I mean, he sits and listens to stories all morning, so that's longer than, I'm sure he'll... I didn't know whether he'd find it a bit funny because it's people rather than the characters, but he was very impressed.
Oh, well, this one is Zog and the Flying Doctors. The one we saw last time was just Zog, but either way, they are great. Oh, Sarah's had her son working in her craft room this week.
Oh, dear.
Oh my gosh, takeover.
Was that to your benefit or not?
Or was he just borrowing your space, Sarah?
Yeah, if he's doing something nice, then, but just using your space, that's just...
Oh, thank you, Helen. Coming together. I wasn't sure about this background. It was looking a bit... But... got to keep going with these things sometimes. Just borrowing your space,
this
Sarah.
This is going to take me forever, isn't it?
Oh. Oh, Deb, didn't you take your little one to the Arboretum to do the Gruffalo Trail?
Oh,
this
yeah.
is the 20th.
We go there.
It's the 25th anniversary trail. Oh, because you've got regular membership, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, we haven't been. I haven't been actually for 2 months, but that's like circumstances. But
yeah,
I don't think we'll go this. We won't go tomorrow because it'll be absolutely packed.
Oh, is that because of the special event and it's half term?
And half term, yes. So we'll go the week after.
Try and avoid that. Yeah.
Yeah. And it does get really, really busy then. Well, the places that you want to go then. So
yeah. And if you've got all year round tickets and he's not yet at school, you might as well take advantage and go when it's a bit quieter.
Oh, he loves it there. He absolutely loves it. And if you've got membership, children go free.
That's great.
Yeah. Oh, no, I've got paper dandruff on my layout.
It's going everywhere, Deb.
It's going everywhere. I mean, it is, yeah. It is quite messy. I think it'll be worth it.
It will be. These things are a labor of love, are always worth it. Deb, I'm using this little bit of lace stamping because I borrowed your lace stamps at the weekend and I stamped it onto yellow. So that was
Well,
Debbie.
I was debating having a go at stamping it onto tissue paper, because then if you stamp it on tissue paper, you can get a lovely kind of mixed media layer. Ooh. And you can stamp it like in a pale colour, and if it doesn't work, you don't use the tissue paper.
Ooh, nice.
We've done that. We have tried that before, haven't we?
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Was a long while ago, but definitely worth it. No, I don't like that. Taking this off. The yellow is not meant to be. I've got a bit of yellow here, but I'm going to save that lace. It was not working. Sometimes you just got to think, New. Stop.
Oh, he loves Stick Man.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Now that comes to the theatre sometimes, but I haven't. We've done Zog. Stop and smell the flowers. Let's go with that. I might put a little wiggly board around with a little pen.
do you know there's an app that you can get, people with little ones, a Zog app, and when you point it at your child, you can put a Zog there, so you take a photo of your child with Zog.
Oh, love
That's
that.
really exciting.
That would be good for scrapbooking.
Yes, well, I've got a couple of him in the pushchair, but I was thinking next time we go, I'll definitely get some with Zog, and he'll just think he's the bee's knees.
Oh, that is so cute. That is a great idea. So I am going to outline that in a little bit of brown, but I'm going to put that to a side because I think that is pretty much come together. Oh, Jill says, have you taken them to see Migration? What's that, Jill? Where is it? Not. Oh, The Snail and the Whale would be good. I definitely would love to see Stickman because I think we know that book off by heart. I have read it so many times. Oh,
He was
thank
worried
you.
at Chris.
With butterflies looks lovely. It's an unusual colour combo because I've got a picture of my little boy. I often scrap in pink, even though I've got boys. I just can't resist. Right, that's that one. I'm going to go on to this next one that I've been working on because I've been doing some punching like you, Deb. Where is it? Here we go. So that one I think might just need a little bit of extra tweaking, but because I'm sure in the kit there's some enamel dots and some foam stickers, so I'll probably add some extras to that. Right, here we go. I've been doing my own punching as well, Deb. We went punch mad, didn't we?
We did.
Oh, it's an animated film about a family of ducks going on migration. Do you know, my little one was only saying he's not been to the cinema yet. And he's 5. So maybe I do need to. I think he would sit through a film now. So this was a labour of love as well, Deb. This was lots of, you can see all this was border punches.
That one took a long time, didn't it?
We sat, well, it was at the weekend, wasn't it, when we were at the weekend retreat. Quite therapeutic though.
Yeah, it's nice sometimes when you do something that don't require a lot of brain power, isn't it?
Yeah. Don't need to think too much.
Oh, there must have been an easier way of doing this.
What's that? It looks fantastic, Deb.
I know, but it's taken ages.
It is definitely worth it. We've got
Certainly adding some texturage.
Texturage. Love it.
Just got to be done.
Oh, Jill, that film, that does sound good. Sort of an animated. Is it in the cinema at the moment? Because I think that would be good. My little one's probably old enough to do the cinema now.
Yeah, the Toblerone probably is.
The cheeky chappy that he is.
I haven't seen the trailer to keep me out.
It does sound good. So this is picking spuds. Now I must say the ephemera in this pack is interesting. It's we have a rabbit. I do like these wellies though. The Wellington boots are
It'd be good
cute.
for Easter layouts as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, we grow some of our own produce literally in the smallest postage stamp bit of front garden because this AstroTurf out the back. So, but some of these were quite nice because you've got the foam title homegrown. Then I quite like that. Let your dreams blossom. Could have the word fresh in there somewhere. Fresh. Not sure about that. Fresh. Fresh. Fresh at the top, don't you?
How old are yours, Jill?
Oh, that's good. 90 minutes in the cinema. They did.
Just wondering how old they are.
That must be good. Yeah, my little one's 5, so I reckon he could be about the right age. Whereas I think when he was about 3, it might have been a bit harder. Little few bits here. Love that could go there. Just making a little cluster.
A clusterage.
Clusterage. I almost want a bit of mixed media or something here to make this pop out, but I don't want to spoil it.
Right, I need some more white card. Let's see. That can do for the little bits. Gosh, this is a labour of love. Oh, 7 and 9.
What's that? Oh, 7 and 9. That's a good age for the cinema. I think 5 could be okay. Hopefully.
Oh, I've done it again.
Smile or grow. Grow work with smile. Yes, definitely a cinema trip is has got to be on the cards, I think. Be good. I think my little one would enjoy that. Trying to look for something to back this photo with, something that's not too busy. That's nice with a bit of green and
Yeah,
cream.
there are some nice kind of muted papers in there, aren't there?
Yeah. And also because it's got the stitching, I quite like that effect. If I can trim it so that I keep the hand stitching, or should I say the printed effect of hand stitching, that works quite well. I think then I could probably mat it like this. I just would make it pop out against this paper. Like that. I'm always tempted to add a bit mixed media, but sometimes you think actually some layouts just need to look clean. Like stay away from the splat. Like, oh, I could add a bit of splat or a bit of this, a bit. Sometimes
you don't need a splatterage, do you?
You just got to think this is not the time for a splat. Step away from the mixed media. Oh dear, the coughs are still going.
Bless him.
It'll be an interesting night.
That sounds like a nasty cough. Bless him.
Oh yes, Nicola, you're going to Paper Fox in March. We can't wait. Our first one, bringing the Twilight shop.
Yes,
We're going to be travelling up very early on the Saturday morning to get set up. So we can't wait to meet in person, which would be lovely.
So exciting. This year we've met we met Julie, didn't we? And
yeah.
Who else have we seen?
This weekend we met. We were with 3 of our DTs. So we had Rachel, Denise, and Julie. So yeah, it's nice. We get the chance to catch up. It's going to be great. Have you been to a Paper Fox before, Nicola? I wonder, because it's our first one. And we are super excited about it. We actually just set a little Twilight challenge, didn't we? We decided to do a crafty prize. A few tickets. It's definitely this collection I'm loving, but it's so out of my comfort zone. I mean, I like vintage, but I'm more like 49 and market vintage, whereas this is more girly, pastel-y vintage, which is pushing me out of my comfort zone, but that's no bad thing.
We find that with a lot of the kits now, don't we? We're sort of
like, oh, it's not really something I would choose, but then kits really challenge you to.
And I'd say that with a couple of kits, I've sort of said to you, haven't I? It was not my favourite, and then
you start working with it, and then you're like, oh,
yeah,
actually, I like this. It's maybe more versatile than I thought. We're hoping to be, Jill, as well. Just got to confirm as to whether we are coming in June or not. But we're going to have a chat with Morag and Nicola. We have got the date in the diary. We've also got to work out for us the logistics of how long it takes to travel there, and I'm braving driving a van, which is going to be interesting, isn't it, Debbie?
It's going to be great. We're going to be great.
We're going to be great. We're just independent. How hard can it be to drive a massive van full of stock?
I'm just saying, I'm glad it's not me.
How hard can it be? You just got to have a positive can-do mindset.
Yes.
And it really can't be that difficult.
Well, I'm having a positive can-do mindset about driving in the middle of Bristol and getting to the Old Vic.
Exactly.
Because that's not all the traffic and everything has changed around there, hasn't it? It's all got a bit.
Yeah, and I don't really go into Bristol anymore, but between us, we are going to smash it.
We are. We're going to be fabulous.
We will have a positive mindset.
Yes.
Yes, Steph, it really does need documenting, because if you see my driving in a car is interesting, I'm going to be in a giant van. But I just know it's going to be fine. I mean, on my license, because I passed before it all changed, I can drive a big truck with a trailer. I could drive a caravan with a tow thing on. The works. Whether it would be safe for me to do so is a completely different story. But legally, I can.
I've still got a paper license.
Have you had to change across to a card one though?
No, they're still legal.
Well, you haven't got a photo card license?
No.
Mine was paper when I passed, but then I think I've upgraded it to...
Well, you've probably moved house, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well,
True.
I haven't moved house, so I've still got the original.
Yeah,
well, why would I pay for a naff photo on a license when I can get away with paper? But when I did my little lesson that I had to go to, they said, where's your license? I said, this is a license. They went, we should have a photo. I said, this is legal. In the end, they had to accept it because it is a legal, it's a legal document.
Yeah, but it's just in this day and age quite unusual. Yes. Oh, Janina's still got a paper one too, and Steph's mum.
Well, why would you change it if you haven't got to? Yes, we do need to protect the scrappy stash. You're quite right.
Oh, I love it. Nicola's saying we need a crop vlog. So, yeah, video documentary evidence. It's going to be hilarious. We'll post it to the group. We'll keep you all entertained. Don't worry.
I might be too busy sat-naving because I will be the human.
You might be too busy hanging on to your seatbelt for dear life.
Well, I might not be able to see much anyway, so be fine.
Relax. Just relax. Have a little nap on the way. Have a little nap.
So.
Mind you might be having to check my blind spot if we've got to change lanes. I won't be overtaking. I shall be taking it steady. Yeah, can you imagine, Steph? This truck is going to be loaded up with stash because the Twilight shop, shall we say, has grown over time. And we've decided we're going to take as much as will fit in the van. So it's all good fun. Right, the only thing I'm going to do is add a few little enamel dots. This is kind of very clean and plain at the sides. And then we've got a big old bit of clusterage in there.
Oh, I love that Steph Nav. That's great.
I love it. Steph Nav. Well, I mean, I'm used to following sat nav in my own car, being out and about. So,
yeah,
I just think with all these things, you just got to believe you can.
Yeah, and if you don't know where you're going, just slow down, and somebody will have to let you in.
Yeah. I often just stick my hand out the window and say thank you, and plead complete ignorance.
Does it still fit in the Narnia wardrobe? It doesn't. Does it? No.
It's
breaking out.
I mean, it's wonderful because it's nice that we are able to grow and keep buying. And obviously, as you know, as fellow crafters, we just need all the things.
Absolutely.
So, Debbie, are you sure it will fit? No, let's just order it anyway because we just love it. We need all the things.
Yeah, I'm the one who's going, oh, can Narnia take it? And you're going, I'll make it fit.
Yeah.
I'll put it somewhere.
Right, a couple of little enamel dots. I think that is major clusterage.
I am not going to be finishing this one today.
No, but it is going to be fabulous when it is done.
I think it'll look quite nice when it's done.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna.
The only thing I think I am going to do on this, again, probably in a bit of brown ink, I'm going to run either a wiggly line or a stitch or something around it. Just needs to ground. I just need to ground that. I've got a very thin black pen.
I'm debating. See what it looks like. I'm debating perhaps a tiny bit of ink just on the edges, just so it shows, but I'll see.
I'm going for it. This is how brave I'm feeling on a live look. I'm going straight in with the doodle.
You don't care at all, do you?
Steph would be proud of me. I've not quite got the old doodling on a cut file down, but a wiggly line as a border.
That's now, positively reckless, Faye.
People watching, would you do one wiggly line or would you go two?
Two. If you're doing one, you might as well do two, aren't you?
I love it. I love it. Kate says, if you've got 1/8 of an inch, it's your rate of way, and that's her motto. Yeah. Right, 2 lines. Do you think 2 lines? You've made progress with your doodling. I love it, Steph. Right, I'm doing it. I'm going again. I'm going for a second line. Now I've got to really concentrate because... Ooh. Oh, that one's wobbly. I think it's supposed to be wobbly, isn't it? You've got to embrace your...
Got to embrace the wobble.
What you need is for your hand to flow on the mat. You don't want the... Yes. And then a couple of little lines here. Da-da. That's it. Just grounded it a little bit with a little bit of black ink. And then this one, I think the only thing I was going to do was go around these with a little borderage.
A borderage.
Borderage? It just didn't, it needed a bit of a line around these. I think we got carried away. 9:05.
Oh my goodness.
We could keep going. Can you imagine? Just like the time. I find this in crops. Crops are like 6 hours long. Blink and they're finished.
It's not really 6 hours. It's normally about an hour, isn't it? It feels like.
It feels like it. It just feels like it's all gone. Right, that one is, and I think I will end up doing a little bit. I might get some, we've got some stitched stamps, haven't we? This is the kind of layout where you could put like some fake. There's little cross stitches and things here to...
I am nearly there.
That's fabulous.
Couple more, I think, but that'll take me. I'll need to punch them. So
yeah, I might add a little bit of stamping. I think that's what it might need just to ground it a little bit. But other than that, I think that one is just needs a little bit more on the background, and that one is pretty much as it comes. Doodlage. I love it. Steph's got a new word to add to the Twilight Dictionary, which is that everybody needs a little bit of doodlage.
No, we should have a little what do they call it? Little thing at the top.
Glossary of terms. Like
yes. Doodlage, customage.
Yes, yeah. We could definitely make that Twilight lingo.
Yes.
It's brilliant. Well, that hour and a bit has flown by. And it has been so lovely to have time together. Lifting our spirits, I think we've been able to do tonight, haven't we? So it's been lovely to have your company, everyone. And we will see you all next week.
Take care, thanks for joining us. Bye.
Thanks for joining us. Bye.